Hi everyone, it's Debbie Mirza, the author of The Covert Passive Aggressive Narcissist. And today I'm going to talk to you about three ways, there are lots of ways they do it, but today I'm going to talk to you about three ways that covert narcissists use your children against you. And it's just incredibly sad because it has nothing to do with them wanting the best for their children. And they're really, their rage and anger is towards you. And so that's one way that they will use to hurt you. Sadly, for you and your children, they know that your kids are your kryptonite. You know, they are who you love and cherish and would do anything for. And so topics around your children can really be one that rattles you a lot and gets you off center, where you're not feeling strong and you're confused. And that's why they use the children, because they know they'll affect you. So one of those ways is they will talk to the kids. When they have time with the kids, they will talk to them in very subtle, covert, manipulative ways, just asking questions about you, kind of planting seeds with their kids. Well, what about, has your mom done this or has your dad done this? Oh, that's interesting. Well, how, just things, they're things to make your kids question you. And that's incredibly painful because then they'll come back home. A lot of people I talk to, after your kids have been with the narcissist parent, if they're even involved with their kids, with your kids, will come back different, and it takes time to kind of unravel what's happened. They'll come back more agitated, more stressed. They'll start treating you differently, and it usually takes a day to kind of reconnect with them. And it's very difficult, and I know So it's difficult. The people I've talked to who are in these situations, they find that they really had to get to a place of acceptance, like, for this period of time, my child might not see me clearly, and I will do the best I can to love them and be there for them. But at this moment in time, they will see. They will see. Truth always comes out. But it may take time. So it's a really difficult place to get, but the more you fight reality, the more exhausted you'll be, the more depressed you'll be. So it does help to go, okay, this is what's happening. I'll do my best, and they might not see me clearly right now, and that's okay. They will. They will in time. Another way they use their children is they'll get involved suddenly when it's like, no, I think our child should go to this school instead. And they've done no research at all on the school, but they'll impress people at the school. They don't care that their child's in the best school. I'm using this because it was a woman I talked to that had this issue. And her ex took her to mediation and was threatening court and all this stuff because he was convinced their son should go to this certain school. And she had done all this research herself, and she knows her son, because that's the thing, they don't know their children like you do. So their advice to their kids does not match who they are. So they will use situations in life, like say you want to take a trip with one of your kids, they will try and sabotage that, not because and it'll be in the name of what's best for the kid, but it's not, like, it has nothing to do with that. You're their target of rage, and they're trying to stop you from doing anything fun or anything good. And if they can use the child to stop you from doing things, they will. And it has nothing to do with the kids. That's the sad part. So that's another way that they use the children against you. It's just so sad. And eventually, these the relationship is not good with the child, as you know, if you had a narcissistic parent. You know, it just is never, it's impossible to have a healthy relationship with that. So the third way they do this is they use this. Oh, I was thinking. Okay, what's coming to mind is a friend of mine who she was telling me how it was in mediation for her. And the mediator right away, you know, when you're in mediation, you're in two separate rooms, and the mediator goes back and forth. So the mediator came into her room and said, you know, your husband's really concerned about the way you parent, and he's saying this and he's saying that. And this, she was just like freshly getting a divorce and still trying to figure things out and shocked by his behavior. And that was, he was bringing up the kids right away because that was her kryptonite. That was, he knew it would rattle her, it would get her off center, it would fluster her, and that's exactly what happened. And her attorney later said, I couldn't reach you after that, after the kids were brought up. Because, especially at the beginning, they're hurling so many insults at you that you begin to wonder if they're right, you know, because you're a self-reflective person, and you're like, okay, I can't blame them for everything, I've got to look at myself, which with normal people is a good idea, but with them, like, the rules are so different. So that was her kryptonite, because she was, you know, feeling like, oh my gosh, am I a bad parent? Like, oh my gosh, did my son say that, or my daughter say that, or, you know, so it flustered her so much she couldn't think, and that's why they do it. Any tactic, they will use any tactic. Money's a big one too. They're obsessed with money. Anything to control you, anything to destabilize you, to get you unhinged, you know, and where it's just reactive. You're just constantly emotionally reactive. So I wanted to help you be aware of that, and that it has nothing to do with children and everything about controlling you, and just creating chaos, because they survive off of chaos and drama. So I hope that helps, and I hope you're taking really good care of yourself. And I'll continue to make more videos and help in any way I can. And I will talk to you soon.